Hunt's defeated A's confirmed relegation back to League Two. How are you and the lads and the staff feeling in there?
Obviously very disappointed, a big disappointment. We came into the season with a lot of hope, hoping to build on the a lot of good that we did last season, and that hasn't been the case. Obviously, the season hasn't been pretty at all, and obviously it's a very flat dressing room.
Obviously, you being club captain, how do you go about lifting everyone's heads in that dressing room for the remaining games of this season?
There's not a lot you can say in there. It's sort of like we've got another 4 games, I think, left. It's a case of lifting yourself really and showing that you want to be a part of it going forward. I think without beating around the bush, it's been the case for a number of weeks that it's been coming, and it's been about pride and giving everything you've got for the badge, for the shirt, for each other, for your families, for the fans. I think, and I don't think you can question the effort. I think it's just been a lack of quality across the season. And not just that. There's a number of reasons, but I think as a collective, we've got to take responsibility and say, as a collective, it hasn't been good enough.
Obviously, bottom of the pile, as we all know. Like you said, there was games where we could take things from it and do ourselves proud, like we did at Peterborough.
Yeah, there has been some, not many, but there has been some performances, results-wise, that have been acceptable. But as I said, it hasn't been enough, and often enough really. Been far too inconsistent. I think we've had some better performances of late. The Stevenage, which should have been a win at home, and then winning at Peterborough, as you said. But that hasn't been regular enough, and I think come 46 games you normally find yourself with where you should be.
I think it'll be a similar thing in the remaining games now, won't it? To do yourself proud, do the club proud, and do the fans proud.
Yeah, I think we owe it to each other, and to the fans that have stuck by us through this really tough season. I've been at clubs before where they wouldn't be as not that they're understanding, because no one's happy about the situation. Everyone's devastated in there, and anyone that follows the club and is a fan of the club will feel exactly the same. So as I said, it's now about giving your all every day in training. For me, that's a given, but only everyone will know whether they've done that across the season, and then you can say at the end of the season, well, I gave it everything I had, because I think that's that's not that shouldn't be a choice. It should be a given. So it's just now about showing that day to day, not just on the match days, day to day, that you're wanting to be here and be a part of what, let's be honest, like everything apart from sort of on the pitch, that this season the club is going in the right direction, and I'm sure that this will be a setback in obviously for the football club, but in the long term I know things are going to be looking a lot better, and it's obviously a sad day for the football club, but it's now, as you say, about bouncing back. Obviously that starts next season, but we've got, as you say, we've got another 4 games, and we need to do everything we can to take some confidence, some heart, some belief going into next season, because there's been a big difference between last year winning games and having that winning feeling and knowing how to win games, and then there's been a shift in obviously the mentality, and we've lost far too many games. So obviously we need to sort that, but I'm sure there'll be big changes in the summer. Who comes in, who goes, obviously we don't know yet, but you've just got to give it all that you can, as professional footballers, and yeah, build towards what is going to be a big rebuild in the summer now.
Let's touch on the fans, like you mentioned earlier. Amazing once again today, like they have been all season.
Yeah, as I said, it's not been easy for them watching the results. I've watched my fair share myself, whether being injured or not playing. So I know it's there'll be a lot of frustration, a lot of upset, a lot of anger towards sort of how it's turned out. And what's gone is now gone, and we've got to try and turn next season into another positive, because I think it's been clear that the group hasn't been good enough this season for League One, and we now need to regroup and give the fans something to shout about, because we owe it to them as much as each other for sticking with us, and being from the area and all what it means, and it hurts. So it's about restoring some of that pride that we had last year, and giving something back for them to get behind.
Thanks for your time.